Hi everyone, welcome to the first episode of the Wedding Show and Tell podcast. My name is Rachel and I'm a wedding photographer in Hong Kong. And this is your co-host, Beep Beep. It's here for emotional support, just because I'm a little nervous. But the reason why I wanted to start this podcast is because I feel like the wedding industry in general has a very mysterious side to it. And a lot of my couples come up to me with lots of questions, whether it be about finding the right venue, finding the right vendors, or just the whole wedding planning process in general. So I feel like by me doing this podcast, sharing my tips, and sharing some experience, hopefully this will help alleviate the stress that you guys are having or going through right now during wedding planning. And another personal reason is because I have been sharing those tips on Instagram through Reels, but it's been a struggle trying to fit everything in a minute and a half just because I'm a huge yapper and I personally enjoy longer form content anyways. So that's why I felt like a podcast right now was the right thing for me to do. And this is just going to be a super brief introduction podcast. I thought it would be nice for me to share more about myself and more about my experience, how I got into the wedding industry, and also share more about this podcast and what you guys might expect down the road. So first, perhaps I can talk about how I got into photography. When I was really young, we had camcorders and digicams lying around the house all the time, and I was really obsessed with them. I loved just taking photos on it, taking videos of random things. I didn't really know what I was doing, but I really enjoyed it. And that slowly transitioned into a passion for taking photos. So when I was 12, I got my first professional camera as my birthday present, and I was still doing the same thing, taking photos, but just doing it a little bit better. And then after taking photos for a while in high school, I slowly transitioned into enjoying video editing instead. So during uni, I decided to major in film and TV production, specifically video editing. And I did enjoy doing that for, I think, the first 2 years. But then during the summer of year 2, going into year 3, I was really bored and I figured maybe video and video editing wasn't meant for me because I was getting bored. With video editing specifically, you're stuck in a room editing for 8 hours a day. And yeah, I was just bored of it and I really wanted to try something new, but I knew I wasn't going to do like marketing or business related jobs, and I was looking for a job, so I knew I didn't want to do that. So I thought maybe I can go back to photography for a little bit. And I was open to all the different fields of photography, but wedding specifically was listed, so I just applied for being a wedding photographer assistant. I interviewed, and then very quickly got the chance to I got the chance to assist in shooting a wedding day, and I still remember that day very clearly because it wasn't my first wedding, but it was the first wedding that I remembered because all the weddings that I had been to back then was when I was like a kid, like a really young kid, so I don't remember anything about it. So going into that first wedding shoot was my first experience of being at a wedding. And I didn't really have any expectations. I wasn't there as like a main shooter or even a second shooter. I was there as an assistant just to look and help out, move things, but I also was given a camera and I was given the freedom to shoot when I felt like or when they really needed me to get this specific shot. And I remember being really happy the day when it finished at night, and my boss back then, he he knows that wedding is tough and it's tiring because it's super long. But then he asked me, "Oh, are you sure you like this? You don't have to do this if it's not for you." And I remember very clearly saying that I actually really enjoyed the day and I would love to continue doing this if possible. So I got the chance to continue assisting them for quite some time. And then around 3 months in, I actually got the chance to shoot my first ever wedding by myself. Not with that company, but my friend's friend was getting married. It was a simple signing followed by a bow party. And that was my first experience of shooting a wedding by myself. Uh, Back then, I think I was not 100% ready for sure because I had only been in the industry for around 3 months. But looking back at the photos, I think I did pretty well, actually. And the couple was actually pretty happy with it. And within this friend group, I continued to shoot weddings, pre-weddings for them. I think I've ended up shooting for 5 different couples within that same friend group, which I'm super proud of. But yeah, after that wedding that I shot by myself, I had an even more clear idea of that I wanted to do wedding photography instead of video editing because I was still in school back then, but I was almost 100% sure that I wanted to do this instead because it was just more fun and I wasn't stuck in a room. And weddings are just a happy occasion in general, so I just really loved being surrounded by all these happy people, and there's always so much love, so much laughter. And so after that, I got some chances to shoot within the friend group for like their pre-weddings and their weddings, but I was mostly shooting for the company before I started shooting for another studio. And for that studio, I got the chance to shoot as the main shooter, as the lead photographer. And that was a huge leap for me because shooting a wedding as a main photographer is a lot different. You have to be the one checking the timeline, guiding them throughout the whole day. And that was all new to me because I was only used to assisting back at the old company. So I learned a lot at that new studio. But then after a while, once I felt like I was comfortable and I felt like I had enough portfolio, I thought that it was the right time for me to leave. There was no beef or anything. I just felt like I was ready and I really wanted to grow. I felt like I had learned as much as I could have. And I really wanted to find clients that aligned with my visions, my values, and appreciated the same things that I did. So I thought it was ready, and then I started my own business, which is Rachel So Weddings, at 2024 January 1st. And the date was just because it was the easiest date to remember, so it's just January 1st. So right now it's been around a year and a half, a bit over a year and a half since I started Rachel So Weddings, and I'm super proud to say that I've grown exponentially since. Just because I've had the chance to be more hands-on for everything. Back then, as a main shooter, main photographer, my job was to handle the day of and to make sure the photos come out nicely and edit the photos nicely. But being a business owner is a lot different because it's about self-branding, marketing, finance, shooting, editing, designing. It's more, there's a lot more to do, but I feel like I've enjoyed the process of learning all this. And I've also met a lot of nice people, including vendors that have been super supportive at the start and like offering to help and giving me advice all the time. And also meeting a lot of nice couples. Hopefully you guys are watching this and supporting me. But yeah, a lot of my couples have been super nice to me, and I'm so proud and I'm so glad that I've been able to find my own niche and to find couples that do share the same values and same visions. And I'm also proud to have found my own photography style, which is more like candid, documentary, joyful, big laughters. Yeah, just capturing all the in between little moments that might go missing. So, yeah, I'm super proud of these little achievements. There has been challenges as well, because like I said, I was not used to the businessy side of things, so learning how to do customer service has been hard. Learning how to form my own packages was also hard. Um, but actually, right now, like having meetings and the customer service part is one of my favorite parts of having my own business, because I love talking to you guys and like getting to hear your stories, what you have in mind for your wedding day or like pre-wedding, and how I can make your visions come true. So, yeah, getting to like talk to you guys and getting to know you guys has been actually something that I find myself enjoying more than I think I would. And so, talking more about the businessy side of things, I currently offer 3 photography services, one of which is the couple session, which is a 2-hour shoot, and then a pre-wedding, which is a 5-hour shoot, and also a wedding day package, which is either a full day, half day, or a 3-hour civil signing registry type package. For these specific aspects, you can definitely look forward to episodes talking about how to plan a pre-wedding shoot, what to expect on your wedding day, how to find the right photographer, what to expect, what to look out for. And on top of these podcasts that I'm doing, just talking by myself, what you guys can look forward to is also podcasts with guests that I will have come on the show. I currently have a makeup artist lined up. I also have bridal gown rental shops and suit rental shops, planners, other photographers that will appear on this podcast, and they're definitely going to share a lot of tips and a lot of experience that will hopefully help you guys, and yeah, just help you guys alleviate stress from wedding planning, because we all know it's a lot and you guys have a lot of questions. So hopefully we're here to help you guys and make the process a lot easier. So yeah, this is basically the first episode, and I hope it was enjoyable. I also just realized I don't think I ever explained the name for this podcast, The Wedding Show and Tell. So yeah, like I mentioned, I wanted this podcast to be just mainly like me or other vendors coming up and sharing our experience. And so like a show and tell, maybe they'll bring some objects up that are significant to them. But yeah, it's a play on words because my last name is So it's like show and tell, but like so and tell. Or maybe it's a little cringy, but that's me. So yeah. Thank you for listening and being here if you're still here. And I hope you guys stay tuned for the episodes in the future. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Tell me what you want. Tell me what you want.